loves, welcome back to my channel. This is Petali and I'm back with another video. I hope you guys have been keeping well, and I'm so sorry I wasn't able to post last week. I got so busy and with work, and most times I was getting home, it was like past 7, and then I have other responsibilities at home, so I tried to make it work, but it just didn't happen. But at least this week I have some free days, so I'm so sorry about that, guys. I am back here with another video, another exciting episode. And if you're new to my channel, of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you can get to view and to see more of my content, and so that we can get to know each other. So today's video is going to be for all my future brides. I've been thinking a lot about you. Yes, you. So I just wanted to share these tips for planning. If you're planning your wedding, if you're going to be planning your wedding next year, I'm sure these tips are really going to help you as you plan. And I know it's every girl's dream to have like a fairy tale wedding, everything extra. I don't know about you, but me, I'm the extra girl. I hope you can tell from my lashes. I love to go all the way. I love nice things. So sometimes it can be hard when you try to put your finances together, the reality of things, and also just being able to source all these things that you want for your wedding. So I have with me 5 or 6 tips that I would like to share with all my future brides, and I know that these tips are going to help you because they helped us also. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1 for planning your wedding is to start early. Trust me, we never know how time just elapses. One day you're counting 100 days, the next you're counting 30, and then before you know it, it's 2 days to your wedding. So start early. Even if you start a year before, 6 months before, just start early. Don't wait until you get to like 3 weeks. That's when you start planning, because you'll be so exhausted. You're likely to forget many things, and then you are likely to also end up being so stressed. The good thing about starting early is that even when venues change, because they do, trust me, they do, when venues change, at least you have enough time to source for another venue. In case anything happens, you're able to recollect yourself and look for plan B. But if you start too late, it's going to be so hard to adjust some of these things, and you might end up just missing out on your wedding date and your venue. So it's just good to always start early and to keep confirming with service providers, keep confirming with them. Another tip is to have a budget. I feel like it's so easy to get anything or to plan when you have a budget, because then you're looking for service providers within the range of your budget. If you leave it too open, you get service providers who will quote for you 200,000 for a garden, and because you don't have a budget, you'll start to feel the pressure. Oh, I really love this garden, this service provider really talked nicely to me, and for sure I have that weakness. When someone is really nice to me, I feel like I want to buy from them because they were really nice, but then sometimes you can't always do that. So having a budget really narrows down your options, but then it also saves you on time, because now you have less to work with. So have a budget, sis, and do your best to just stick to that budget. And if you even get, if you can even go lower than that budget, good for you, because you'll actually need that money more after you guys are married than for the wedding. So if you can just agree on the things that you're willing to spend so much money on, or to spend on without negotiating, and then have those things that you can let go of in case things don't work out for your budget. The number 3 tip for planning is to delegate duties. I know it's so hard. It was so hard for me too. I felt like I wanted things to be done very precisely. I wanted this fabric, I wanted that for the kids and all of that, and I sure ended up having to go to Isli by myself to get some of the fabrics and shoes for the kids. But then it was so strenuous, it was a lot of work. So if you can delegate to some of your friends, to the matron, please do, and then have someone in charge of the bridesmaids, because sometimes even selecting a dress with many people is so hard. So it can be hard for the girls to choose a dress. So, and if you are constantly seeing that, you'll feel like you easily get discouraged and feel like, oh, my friends, they're not supportive and all of that. So if you can delegate some of the tasks, please do. And even better, if you can get a wedding planner, if you can afford one, I mean, why not? Because it's quite a bit of work. Yes, you can do it on your own, but then it will require a lot of sacrifice. If you have to work an 8 to 5, it's going to be strenuous. So if you can get a wedding planner or just delegate these roles, that will really help you and sort you big time. Then another tip that I'd like to share is to go for the common colors. I feel like I had a challenge, especially because our colors were blush pink, burgundy, and navy blue. Navy blue was not such a hassle, but then burgundy was such a hassle to get because there are varieties. There shouldn't be varieties, but there was like maroon, there was like a darker violet color. So getting some of these unique colors in fabric and in deco can be really hard. So if you can go with common and simple colors like gold, black, white, blue, such, it will save you so much trouble, and it will just help to keep things looking together. Because you can imagine someone shows up with a light green, another shows up with emerald, and it's just a lot of work. So just stick to the simple colors. Simple goes a long way. I think that's a big lesson that I learned. And the last 2 tips I want to share with you guys is that when you're a bride, that's not the time to experiment like on your hair and just stuff like heels, for example, for your shoes. If you're not used to wearing very high shoes, please don't put yourself through the trouble. That's the day you need to be most comfortable. So just get the shoes that you commonly wear. They don't have to be your old shoes, they don't have to be new shoes, but just make sure that you're comfortable at the end of the day. And then your hair, oh my goodness, I wish I did not try out a new hairstyle for my wedding. I feel like that's the one thing that I was not so impressed with. So just stick to what works for you most of the time, and if you can, do a trial before the wedding day, so that on that day there's nothing that's putting you down. And then the final tip is to pray. Involve God through the whole process before you start. As you look for things, as you look for providers, service providers, he's well able to just lead you to the right people and just help the process be seamless. Especially also with your partner, it's so easy to get offended and to have a lot of friction during this planning time. So just pray through it, and God will help you and God will guide you. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me if there's a tip that you would agree with on this video. And yeah, let's keep talking. See you guys in the next one. I love you guys so much. Bye.